All right. Oh, that's great. And how many of you not gone through? Like you have the book, but you did not go through it, right? And what about you, Farhan? Farhan, am I audible? What about you? Have you gone through this book?
No, I have not read this book.
All right, no problem. So I thank you, both of you, for being here. Being a Sunday, you could have been doing something else other than this, but you took time out and you are here. It shows your sincerity. Thank you very much for being here. And allow me to introduce myself. A brief introduction. Can I go ahead and introduce myself before we begin this book review and discussion?
Sure, sure.
Thank you very much. My name is Taib Qureshi. I'm an assistant professor in Kalsekar Technical Campus in Panvel. This is an engineering college, and I teach communication skills there. And I'm a voracious reader since childhood. I've read, or I had read that time when I was like 5. I completed all the Tarzan series. That time I used to do Tarzan like comics in the library. My grandparents used to get the books issued by me, so I used to get and collect books for them. So since that age, I'm a voracious reading. But my limitation was I was not. I did not read fast. So this speed reading attracted me. And previously, I did not join this reading challenge by Pavan Bhattad because I was sure that I'm not going to finish even 50 books in 1 year. 25 books, okay, fine, I can do that, but not 50 books, not 100 books. But this year, I joined it just to check whether or not I can learn something from it, and I'm surprised to improve. I mean, to see the improvement in my speed and everything. So this is my short introduction about my background and about reading. So that's why I'm here for reading, and it's very nice to be with people like you here. So let's begin today's book review on man. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So what we are going to do here, I'll just review. Let me set the rules first. I will review the book. When I will try to finish it in 15 minutes, and then we'll have a discussion. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So this book starts with the difference between these two genders. I hope the screen is visible and is you can read it. 1 second. Okay, let me convert it into full screen, I guess. You can just zoom in your screen on if you're on your mobile, and you can read the mind map as well. So anyways, if you cannot read it, I will read it for you, or I'll go through it like clockwise. The very first thing the book begins, John Gray, thanks to John Gray who has written this book. And it's really a kind of training, not a book, only a book, like a kind of secrets he has shared. And we can, if we implement those secrets, we can change our lives. So he start with the difference between men and women. So let's see the positive aspects of men. Goal, they are goal oriented, and they get the achievement. Once they achieve the goal, they feel the kind of achievement, they feel pleasure and pride when they achieve the goal. And the negative part of men is like they provide unwanted solution, for example, to their spouse, to their colleagues. Even if they don't need it, they provide it. So unwanted solution. Similarly, we have women. They have the positive characteristics, like they communicate, and they communicate a lot. This is when I came to know why women communicate a lot after reading this book. And they like to share, they love to share. This is their positive aspect. And then we have the negative part of women's side. It's uh, they also provide, I mean, they provide unsolicited advice. Like if you are married and if you have a spouse, then you know that unsolicited advice they provide a lot. And uh, then we come out the need of men. Need Men need acceptance and appreciations, and similarly Women, they also have their need. They need love and care. So this is how we share the differences. I'm going in short so that we should not elongate a lot. And then Martians or Martians, we call it rather. So Martians, they are from Mars. That's why he gives the adjective here for Martians. They become upset. When they become upset because of certain reasons, so they go into their cave. They goes. I mean, they don't feel good. The flip side happens. The flop side happens, and they go into their cave and they want to be aloof there. They don't need any interference there, right? And the language they use, men use, it's very direct language. They just see the bottom line. What will be the benefit? What will be the okay? Just talk business. That's it. No other. Don't beat around the bush. This is how they behave. And then men or martyrs, they help others when they are asked, and they feel rejected if they are not heard. This is the problem with martyrs, and that's why or this thing upsets martyrs or men. And they love to solve problems. They are called Mr. Fix. Mr. Fix, or they can fix everything at home even they are not asked for, so they will do it at times. And men are, they are like rubber band. They pull away and they spring back. This is how they go in their cave, and when they find a solution, or after this the solitude, they come back with a solution, and they feel happy, so they spring back. So they are like this. That's why you will find some people or many men, they do like this, and women do not know about this nature of men, and that's why the differences happen or the troubles happen. Okay, now I'm going to the left side about women, which is written in brown here. uh, Women, let's see the behavior of women. They are from Venus. They have different language, they have different behavior. So John Gray, he called them as, or he projected them as Venusians. They are like wave, like men are like rubber band. They pull away and they spring back. So unlike men, women are like a wave, like they feel high and low, and it's a cycle. And uh, like coincidentally, the cycle matches with their monthly cycle as well. At times it has been also written in there, but anyway, that is not the case here. And they need hearing, lot of hearing. They need hearing, and that's why they talk a lot. And they are motivated and empowered. They feel, when they feel cherished, when we cherish them, when we appreciate them as well, they feel cherished. This is how the difference is. And they become upset, exhausted, confused. If it is there, then they need love, they need care. Okay. And the way they speak, women speak, they literally have the linguistic style, or literatural style rather. The long sentences, they talk a lot. And if you want your turn, they won't give you a turn. You have to interrupt in between, but please don't interrupt, specifically when a woman is talking. Okay. And the problem with women is they must set limits. If they don't set limit, then even they have to bear a lot within their house, within their home as well. So they need to limit the way of talk. And when they relax, when they take rest, they need to limit themselves. Okay. So now let's go through about the different kinds of argument that happen in between them. Because of the nature, we do not know each other's nature. Women like to talk a lot, they like to share a lot, but men, they just want to get to the bottom line. So they cannot bear with them, and then the argument happens. The man tries to shut the woman, or to stop the woman from talking, and then she feels disheartened, or she feels hurt. Then how to avoid any such arguments? What you can do, with arguments, you can create a lot of ruckus, you can create a lot of trouble in your home and your smooth life, or the life which is going on. So the way of communication, that is when argument happens. Your tone, your conflicting ideas, and the feelings that you have. We all have different things. We have all, we need we need different things, and we have different feelings, but that is okay. But the moment your speech tone changes, that make upset a woman, your wife, your daughter, your sister, mother, partner, anyone. Okay. And then uncaring. and disrespectful words, they hurt them a lot. So please make sure when we are talking to a woman, especially this kind of woman that we discuss, please use proper tone, don't be uncaring and disrespectful. And you can, or we can avoid these arguments with engaging and respectful communication. And the best way anybody can use this method of derailing an argument by just saying I'm sorry. And it's very difficult, right? I know it's very difficult to say I'm sorry. But if you love your partner, if you love your spouse, your mother, sister, or anybody at home, specifically the opposite gender, you please tell them I'm sorry when it's going to be like, when you feel is going to be an argument or huge or heated argument, so we can avoid that. Now, there is one more thing, very important thing that we need to know here. What he has written, what he has shared, like there are 12 primary love needs, and six for men and six for women. Let's talk about women first. Their primary love need would be caring, understanding, respect, devotion, validation, and reassurance. We need to assure them that we care for them a lot. Fine, these are the 6 points. And about men is trust, acceptance, appreciation, admiration, approval, and encouragement. So these are the things. If you have trust, if a woman has trust in a man, then it will be trust and acceptance, appreciation, encouragement, and approval, all these things. If we both share all, I mean, if we provide these things to the opposite gender, definitely we'll have a smooth transaction between them. Okay, so this is what he shared as the six primary love need, and in total it will be 6 plus 6, 12. Okay, now how can we create a win-win situation, both from men and women? We can see it here. He goes on further and he talks about, John Gray talks about, like, avoid argument through loving communication, and always keep doing little things for your loved ones, for the one you love, your spouse, your daughter, your sister, your mother, anybody. Keep doing little things, acknowledge them, and be genuine when you say thank you, when acknowledging if she has done something for you. Similarly, she can also do with men. Okay, and what women can do, they need to appreciate little things even a man does for her. So this is how she can, or he can, avoid argument. And this is very important. Like, women, they have the habit of asking indirect questions, and men do not like indirect questions, as we already know that they are very upfront, and they need just to get to the bottom line. What is the business? Just tell me. So instead of asking, okay, could you please do this for me, they should reframe the question like, would you please do it for me? So could you please is a kind of like, you are trying to order a man or anybody, maybe your colleague or anybody, could you please do that? It sounds polite for them, for all the women, but it's not polite for us. And that's amazing, and it can go against culture as well. For Indian setup, I think it won't work, but still you need to follow this. Instead of asking, is this a woman asking a man like, could you please do this, she should ask, would you please do this? Okay, this is how it goes. And then the very best technique, and the last one I'm going to discuss here, is very best technique he shared here, is writing love letters. Love letters is just a name given to this technique. It's nothing to do with love or affairs kind of thing, no romance, but how you can feel yourself. You can vent out your anger through writing, or any feeling through writing letters. So he has given the name love letter. There are like four kinds, one, two, three, four, five kinds rather, and he has shared the template as well. Please go through the book, and when you go through the book, please implement this technique. This is really very helpful. The first thing is for anger. The letter you write, it will be for anger, and then it will be for sadness. Second one, third will be for fear. Fourth one would be for regret, and finally the fifth one will be for love. So whenever you have a bad day, or a horrible transaction with your partner, with your spouse, or anybody the opposite gender at your workplace, So you need to write down all these things about your anger, sadness, fear, regret, and love, all these things. Okay, so the template is given, and that is very very effective template which I found. Okay, so we both are different, and a lot of repetition you will find in this book, so that's a good way to skip some part and to read, keep continuing to read it. And the reason I came to know about, and that's why I put this message, or the best takeaway from this book, that is education theory. He cites, John Gray cites about this education theory, that to learn something new, we need to hear it 200 times. Let me repeat this. To learn something new, we need to hear it 200 times. So, this is the book review from my end. Now, the discussion is open for everyone. Thank you very much.